Hi, in this video, we are going to see how to hand trace code. What does it mean to hand trace? So here you see a while loop. It says hand trace the program below. Hand trace means to be able to step through it without putting it into our Python program or on the computer, and to step through it and write down the values and see what we actually get. So what we're going to do here is, here's my text box. Like it's where I had a text box there. So we're going to write out the output based on stepping through the code. Okay. So we'll start out by def main. We all know by now we have to start there because we have the main call. We jump over here, sum equals 0. So I'm going to type in here. So if you wanted to do it on paper, then you would write it out. Sum equals 0. Okay. What else do we have? Num on the next line. Num equals some number read from the user. Enter integer or 0 to quit. So let's say the user enters 5. Okay. So those are the starting point. User enters 5. Just a random number. While num not equal to 0. Is num equal to 0? No. Num is 5. Num is not equal to 0. So we go into the while loop. These two statements, notice the indentation, belong to this while loop. Sum equals sum plus num. So what is sum? 0. What is num? 5. So what is the new sum? 5. 0 plus 5, right? Then num equals int input, waiting to read from the user. Okay, I'm not quite ready to enter 0, so I'm going to enter 2. Okay, so it goes back and checks. This print has nothing to do with the while. Notice the indentation? It is outside the while. So we go back. Num I just entered is 2, not equal to 0. So we go in. Sum equals the last sum, which is 5 plus 2, which is why we write this down. So we know what it is. I can't keep all this stuff in my head. Sum equals 7. Then num, what should we enter? How about 8? Okay, go back to the while loop. It knows to go back to the while loop. Remember, that's what the while does. So num is not equal to 0, it's equal to 8. Sum equals 8 plus 7, or 7 plus 8, according to our equation here, 15. Num, I'm ready to enter 0. I enter 0. We go back, check. Num is not equal to 0 is false. Num is equal to 0. So we come out of there. And what does our print statement print? It prints the sum of ... We know what that ... is. Sum of the integers you entered. And it is going to print 15 because that's what we're asking it to print. That's the output of the program. So this is called hand tracing. And this is what you do a lot of in your lab questions. When we say hand trace, means you're supposed to write all this information, not just say what the output is. Let's do a few more of those. I have 3 more programs that we can use our hand tracing technique. Let's go here, and I have a text box. Let's start at the top. X equals 1. So we know what we need to write down. We need to write down x equals 1. That's the first step. Okay. While x less than 5. What is x? 1. Is it less than 5? Yes. So we go into our while. X equals x plus 1. What is x? 1 plus 1, 2. Then I'm going to have another box here, which would be called my output box. So I'm going to Control C, Control V. I'm going to move this over here. This is going to be my output box. So far, I have not had any output. I can type in output. I'm going to get rid of these things because they don't belong in that box. My output box is separate. Okay. Now I'm here at the print statement. My first line of output would be print x. X is 2. So we print 2. Now I'm back in this box. We go back while x less than 5. 2 less than 5. Yes. So what is the value of x? 2 plus 1, 3. We print. Notice again the indentation. The print is happening every time I go to the while. In this case, because they're both indented. So what am I printing? 3. Then I go back here because I go back to my while. 3 less than 5. True? Yes. 3 plus 1, 4. So 3 less than 5. X equals x plus 1. X becomes 4. Print 4. So I'm back in my output box. I print 4. If you notice that Python tutor visualization of code does exactly the same thing. So you should try that. When we go here, 4 less than 5 is true. So we are in the loop again. X becomes x plus 1. Control Z. Okay. x becomes x plus 1, which is 4 plus 1, 5. Print 5. The print happens because that's inside the while. Print. Go back. 5 less than 5 because x is 5. 5 less than 5 is false. So we come out of the while and there's nothing more to do. And we have x has gone from 1 to 5 and we have printed 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, that's the output of that. Now let's go to the next one. Something similar. So I'm going to come here and copy this box, which I need. I'm going to put it over here. I have one box. Make that a little narrow and put the other box here. There we go. Line it up somewhere over there so it looks better. There we go. Okay, start with x equals 1 again. You know the drill now. X equals 1. While x less than 5, yes, x is less than 5. Let me get rid of the output from here. So it's not the output. So x equals 1, x less than 5, 1 is less than 5. We go in, and this time we print first. So I get to print 1. Then x gets to be 2. So x, this is my paper where I'm just writing stuff down. X equals 2. Go back, 2 is less than 5. So I print first. So I print 2. Then x becomes 3. 3 is less than 5. Sure. 3 is less than 5. So I print 3. Then x becomes 4. You have to go through all the way to the end. It's very important. You will see the difference. 4 is less than 5. So we go in and we print 4. Okay. X becomes 5. X equals 5. 5 less than 5 is false. So we never go in. That's it. We stop printing. We never go into the loop. We never print. If we go into the loop, we print. So see, this goes from 1 through 4. And see how this is different from this, which goes from 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is why I said you must go all the way to the end. If you assume that it's going to print 5, it is not going to print 5. So it is a little different from the previous program. Okay, one more. Okay, so this time I have my box on the left, which is all right. Let's see if I can put that there. Put that over here. Okay, so output. So we got the two boxes. Okay, let's start again. M equals 2. Okay, I'm going to make this a little bigger. I have two variables. Make it a little bit on this side. Okay, so we have M equals 2, comma, total equals 0. Okay, while M less than 6, 2 is less than 6. Total equals total plus M. M is still 2, so I will keep M there. And I say total becomes, what now? Total plus M. 0 plus 2, which is 2. Total becomes 2. Okay. M becomes M plus 1. So I'm actually going to keep M equals 2 on this line because M is still 2. Okay. Then M equals M plus 1. M becomes 3. We go back. 3 less than 6. True. Total equals total plus M. Total last is 2 plus 3. Don't forget, we have changed it. So it's 5. It depends on how it's easier for you. If it's easier for you to keep it up there, keep it up there. Write it however you want. I'm at this line. M equals M plus 4. M equals, 3 plus 1, which becomes 4. Then we go into the loop. 4 is less than 6. Yes. So total now is 9. M equals M plus 1, 5. Go back to the while loop. 5 is less than 6. So total becomes 9 plus 5, 14. 14. And then we add 1 to M. We're still here. M becomes 6. M equals 6, comma. Now we are in the loop. M equals 6. 6 less than 6 is false. So we never go into the loop. That's it. Done. Loop is done. And we print. Notice we never printed. Now I'm out of the while loop. I print. What do I print? Total, which is 14. Okay. So total is 14. We added all the numbers between 2 and 6 cumulatively, right? So that's what that does. So hand tracing code is a very important thing. Please try this on your own.